Thursday profit tip time. Another one from Wake Up and Smell the Profit, our first little book. This one, I think, is probably the one that has resonated most with any of the clients or anybody who's read the book. It's the granny rule. And, these things resonate because of the way that we think about grannies. And it's about the way that you treat your customers. And there's a very basic question that you should think of when you're approaching conversation with customers. And that's, would you say that to your granny? Now, all of this stems from the early days of my business when my dear old granny would regularly visit me and have a cup of coffee. And a local businessman who would occasionally offer me advice, always good advice actually, happened to be in the shop one day when she was there. So I introduced the two of them and he very charmingly spoke to her. But after he'd gone, he said, now you know the granny rule. You know how to use it. And of course, I had no idea what that was. And I asked him to elaborate. He said, well, you need to treat every customer the same way that you treat your granny. And he saw the level of respect that I offered her and the obvious joy that I felt at having her in my business, which was true. So you deal with every customer that way and you can't fail. So this is the level of respect that you need to be trying to show to your customers. But it also makes a much better way to communicate the message through to your staff. Every piece of communication in your business needs to look as if you were dealing with your granny as a customer. Now, of course, if your granny behaves like the Wicked Witch from The Wizard of Oz, it's probably best to think of a kindly old aunt instead, assuming you have one. But generally, there's a really high level of reverence for our grannies. They're the ones that they're treated with respect because they mean so much to us. They're the ones that gave us 50p when our parents weren't looking. And yes, I'm aware that is wildly showing my age. And blatantly disregarded good nutrition when filling us with sweets and chocolates. It's that kind of respect that you want to apply to your customers. And at the end of the day, it's not your granny who pays the mortgage and rent on your business, unless you're very, very lucky. Your customers do. And so you should be actually treating them better than your granny. And that's the message that you need to try and put through to your staff. To take it slightly further, every time I saw a member of staff treating a customer with some disdain or slightly off tone, what I'd ask them was, would you speak like that to your granny? That's how we got the message through. It's a great and really simple concept that would always have the employee immediately understand where it was coming from and dealing with customers better as a result. So I urge you to try it. So as ever, like and subscribe and click one of the links below if you would like some help in terms of how you can induct your staff and train your staff to look after the customers better, or the broader programs that we have in terms of increasing your profitability and giving you more time back for yourself.